Liberals everywhere are unsettled and sometimes at risk. Progress on human rights feels threatened. Globally, we find the same patterns of distrust. Citizens do not believe that either their own governments or transnational institutions will deal fairly with them. They see soaring inequality and a system rigged against them, a few lucky others reaping massive rewards at their expense. They feel not only left behind, not only robbed of the power to change their own fate, but actively cheated and despised. Resentment is increasingly militant. Al-Qaeda has been joined and in part supplanted by Islamic State, who recruit worldwide. But Syria and Iraq, where IS has had most impact, are not the only countries struggling with armed rebellion and the deliberate slaughter of civilians. Data from the Global Terrorism Database, start.umd.edu/GTD/ show that around 2004, the number of terrorist incidents, which had been well under 30,000 per year, began to rise. In the decade to 2014, it soared to over 12,000. Even in the relatively placid West, hate crimes are rising and terrorism is an ever-present, if arguably somewhat exaggerated, threat. In this uncertain, fearful, stressed environment, small wonder that the appeal of ethereal ideas is growing. These abstract concepts, which by hijacking emotions can drive even blatantly self-harming behavior, have gained alarming traction recently. Slogans like "Take Back Control" and "Make America Great Again," in themselves virtually meaningless, have raised legions of enthusiastic supporters. Anger, fear, and, most harmfully, contempt and disgust stalk the political arena. The manipulation of public opinion with little regard for facts is horrifying. The public's willingness to vent its rage on the targets chosen by its leaders is a sign of swelling and dangerous frustration. People form highly polarized, aggressive groups whose members feel licensed, in part by their leaders' examples, to denigrate, sometimes even attack, enemy supporters. Religious, political, and moral beliefs define who is acceptable and who beyond the pale, and any challenge, argument, or critique is treated as a personal attack. This aggression saves effort, the effort of thinking in depth about whether the belief is useful, realistic, or sensible. But lazy, emotion-driven responses leave people vulnerable to extreme beliefs presented by someone they feel is on their side. One significant societal change since Brainwashing was published has undoubtedly been the growth of Internet use, and especially of social media technologies. Tech advocates have predicted many benefits: lower costs for business, science, and the arts, more efficient government, more opportunities to connect with others, exposure to different opinions and cultures, and a brave new online world with more freedom and less hierarchy. To date, the results have been mixed. The power structures online look much like those offline, with a few very influential and the vast majority having little impact. Hate speech is widespread in some forums, and users often, though by no means invariably, segregate into homogeneous echo chambers where their opinions are reinforced rather than challenged, isolating themselves from the threat of difference and narrowing down the range of information they receive. Some commentators think this is contributing to increased ignorance, partisanship, and narcissism, a devaluing of traditional knowledge and culture, a decrease in people's ability to maintain focused attention, and poorer quality reasoning all round. Others dismiss these concerns as the needless worry evoked by every major new technology. Only time and more research will reveal who is right. A less frequently remarked aspect of the new technology is that its rapid pace of change is likely to have contributed to the